It's story time. On the count of three, let's say the story bag poem to see what's in our story bag. 1, 2, 3. Story bag, what have you to say? Story bag, what's in you today? We have an ear of corn. This is a First Nation tale, and it's called The Milky Way. Story ears open, story mouths quiet, story buckles buckle, and let us begin. Once upon a time, long ago, there were no grocery stores, so the people had to grow their own crops. A young family grew lots of corn all summer long. Half of the corn they saved for the winter. They took the dried corn and ground it into cornmeal. They put the cornmeal in a barrel and kept it outside with the lid on top to protect it. One night, when the family was in their house, they heard a strange noise outside. They looked out the window, but they didn't see anything. In the morning, the daughter went out to get some cornmeal to make their breakfast, but the lid of the barrel had been knocked off, and some of the cornmeal was missing. She told her parents, who said, "If someone takes any more of our cornmeal, we won't have enough food to survive the winter. What shall we do?" "I will keep watch tonight," said their son. "And I will help too," said their daughter. "And if anyone tries to take our cornmeal, we will ask them to stop." That night the brave boy and girl hid behind a tree near the corn barrel. Around midnight, they heard that strange noise again. They saw a bright light coming out of the woods. It was running right toward them, and it was shaped like a big dog, but they could see right through it. It was a ghost dog. The ghost dog ran over to the barrel, knocked off the lid, and started to eat. When its muzzle was full of cornmeal, the ghost dog ran back into the woods. The children told their parents what they had seen, and their parents said, "Let us go to the wise man of the village for advice." The great-grandfather said, "Ghost dogs live up among the stars. They haunt the night sky looking for food. When they find food on the earth, they will eat everything until there is nothing left. We must frighten the ghost dog back up into the sky where it belongs, so we can save our food. But the only ones who can see creatures that live in the night sky are brave children. We must gather all the children in the village who are brave enough to help us." That night, all the brave children followed the wise great-grandfather into the woods. "When I lift my rattle, you must all say, 'Ay-ay-ay-yee, ay-ay-ay-yee, ay-ay-ay-yee,'" said the wise great-grandfather, "and that will startle the ghost dog back into the sky." The children hid behind their trees near the corn barrel and waited. Around midnight, they heard that strange noise again, and they saw the ghost dog run out of the woods to the corn barrel. They watched him knock the lid off and began to eat. The wise great-grandfather lifted his rattle, and all the children said, "Ay-ay-ay-yee, ay-ay-ay-yee, ay-ay-ay-yee." The ghost dog jumped up into the night sky. It was so startled that it dropped the cornmeal out of his mouth. And the moment that the cornmeal touched the night sky, it turned into hundreds of millions of billions of stars. The ghost dog was so frightened that it never ever came back to the earth. But you can still see the place where the ghost dog spilled the cornmeal many years ago. There is a place in the night sky that looks like someone has spilled milk. And that is why we call it the Milky Way. And some call it the Cornmeal Way, because that is where the ghost dog spilled the cornmeal many years ago. And there be my story, be it bitter or sweet. Take what you like, but leave enough for me to eat.